space. I guess who, I guess whoever is joining the webinar is already has already some idea about the illegal trade that is going online recently. So I think with the rise of digital platforms and social media mostly, wildlife crime has now moved beyond borders, often hiding in plain sights. Endangered species like right from native ones that are found in India and exotic ones, animal parts and live animals, live wildlife are being traded with just a few clicks, posing a serious threat not only to the biodiversity that we have, but also to the security of our natural heritage. We have done a series of webinars in the past, and over the past webinars, we have discussed how these scale of crimes and the species that are being affected. Our team at WTI, Wildlife Trust of India, has exposed in the past how products such as Hatha Jodi, those that we didn't even know about, that they were originally wildlife body parts. These were easily available online, and we worked with platforms like Flipkart, Amazon, YouTube, and other things. I think Monish will expand more on that later, to take down the listings and the links, and in a way to counter the illegal trade online. But today's webinar is more about introducing and exploring a new tool, a app, if you can say, an innovative mobile application that empowers everyone, participants here, everyone who has a smartphone in their hand. This app is named Cyberhawk, and it makes possible for anyone anywhere to report instances of online wildlife crime quickly and securely, helping authorities take timely action. And over the course of this session, we will hear from our guests, Monish and his team, on how the app works and how it can become a vital weapon in the fight against wildlife crime. Without further delay, let me introduce Mr. Monish Singh Tomar, who works with WTI's WCCD, that's the Wildlife Crime Control Division, and will lead the session today. Monish has been behind several successful enforcement operations. Thankfully, I have been able to be a part of a few of those, and he has his actions have led to the seizure of a wide range of wildlife products and arrest of perpetrators involved. He has worked across the country and sometimes even beyond, to identify, follow, and bring these criminals to justice by working with enforcement agencies. Monish, I believe social and e-commerce platforms give you a considerable amount of leads nowadays. Can you elaborate how the internet became a market for illegal wildlife, and since when? And more importantly, when did WTI and you started monitoring these platforms?
Yep. Thank you, Madhumay. First of all, thank you for the warm introduction, and yeah, you gave a good introduction about the webinar also. So, as Madhumay said, previous in webinar, we have talked about the more illegal wildlife trade, why it's happening, and why the shift is happening in the online platform. And this webinar is particularly to discuss more about the practicality of the application. So, as you, Madhumay, you asked. When I joined 6 years back in Wildlife Trust of India, that time also used to get a lot of in-ground information. So our information collection was the mostly on the on-ground source basis. But if you see the beginning of the online era, there's a one case done by MP Forest Department in 2014 based on the YouTube intelligence. So, but that time that there's not much leads were coming up, and I think not much has attention we're giving to the online platforms to gather the more intelligence. So if you can say after 2016, 17, it became more prominent. The enforcement agencies and NGOs starting to gather intelligence, monitoring social media. And if you are aware, Wildlife Trust of India has done a lot of work in Hatta Jodi, and the first time Hatta Jodi investigation was done intensively on online, where we found a lot of information, the Hatta Jodi being sold in all the major platforms and e-commercial website or even in the social media. So we have started since 2015 itself, the Wildlife Trust of India, and we have taken up this monitoring job very seriously and gathered a lot of intelligence since that time. And we have now established a particular cell in Wildlife Trust of India who's dedicatedly monitoring every day the social media platform to gather those intelligence. So it's a age old. It's going on like since the internet came up. Now the internet has a coverage of each and you can say all the corner of the world in the rural in the urban areas. So now it's growing more intensively. So it started a long back. Now the enforcement agencies and NGOs are taking more holistic approach to monitor and detect wildlife trade in social media platform. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Manish. So these leads that you get online, like on social media platforms, do they ever lead to some bigger bust, like a bigger crime syndicate, or are they smaller? Like if you say Flipkart, just listing down a product, or apprehending one person who is selling online. Do these small leads lead anywhere bigger?
Yeah, Madhumay, so there's a lot of cases WTI has encountered, which it started from the small leads. Like as I spoke last in a webinar also, in the case of Hatta Jodi. So we got a first lead from on sources, then we checked the social media platform, and we have the Wildlife Trust of India was the major NGO behind discovering Hatta Jodi as a monitor lizard reproductive part. So before that, it was not in the in the market. It was there, but the awareness was not there. What exactly is Hatta Jodi is? Not even the Hatta Jodi. Also, Mungo's brushes were available online, and there's several other wildlife products are online. So if I'll give you one good example. When 2019 we have started, we thought okay, the smaller, lesser known species are much in the wildlife trade, right? Not there will not be much flagship species you can encounter there. But when we started monitoring intensively in 2019, particularly when started continuous monitoring social media platform for illegal wildlife trade leads, we found there's a lot of things there. Not even the youngsters who are coming up, as I mentioned in last webinar, the young are more getting attracted towards the social media platform and illegal activities. But not even those new people, youngsters are there, but also organized syndicates, the people from the organized syndicates, they are coming up, they are they're trying their opportunity there in the online market to get connected with a wider network of the area, the people. So it's very easy because uh, we already discussed that in previous era, if you want to deal in the wildlife articles, if I have some wildlife article, I have to contact you, and then you'll contact some other person on ground, then the other person will contact some person, and you have to come together in a one place, and you have to deal with your commodity, right? But nowadays, you don't have to do that. Once you post something on the online, already you're getting wider network reach, not only in the country but outside the also country. The people, thousands and thousands people are seeing it, and thousands of people are sharing your post, and they are commenting on your post as well. So through one post, you have the ability to reach to thousands of people. So nowadays it's becoming more, and particularly to answer your question, why is that leading or not? I would like to give you one example with a presentation. Give me just a second to share this. Uh, I hope it's visible.
It is. It is. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, so in 2019 through, we have getting several intelligence from social media. But I remember in 8th October 2020, we have launched this CyberHawk application. So it's a part of wider Hawk platform, which is a centralized monitoring system which WTI has created and which is running completely in Kerala. So through that, there was a vision because a lot of monitoring, lot of social media trade is happening, and a lot of intelligence is through the trade. So, but there's no particular one platform to report it. So as we are receiving multiple information, but people are also confused. We were also confused, the people who are working in the NGOs are also confused ki, where to report such crime. So we have come up with this platform, CyberHawk, and launched it on 8th October 2020. And you won't believe within a few months, we have gathered a lot of information, not only the about the lesser known species, about the flagship species, the species which are mostly traded some world most traded wild mammal in the world, right? So this particular lead which we got was flagged from the cyber spotter only in early 2021 in January, and say very particularly in January. So this we got that people are not only selling sandboas or hatha jodi in YouTube or in social media platform, there are pangolins as well. So it was very surprising for us to know, like, as a very rare animal we can't even find in the forest. We have several my known people who has done research on the pangolins. They haven't seen a pangolin in the wild after finishing their PhD as well. But these people are selling it online and uploaded several of videos. So this particular example I would like to give, because this was one of the investigation where we found one single lead. One person has reported one video in of YouTube of pangolin through Cyber Hawk, and then we thought, okay, this has a potential where we can get a lot of other information related to this. So this lead we got, and then we have decided internally, okay, let's dig more because it has the lead has some potential. So we did the preparation. We thought, okay, let's do a short-term kind of proper monitoring, which before we sort not started in early 2019. 2020s we have started proper monitoring. So with this lead only we started, okay, let's do a proper action-oriented research. So we started gathering more data about the pangolins in the YouTube. Particularly, we targeted YouTube because we got this intelligence from YouTube, but also we checked Instagram and other social media handles. But in this, we have collected thorough data, or we have filtered the data from the India, and there's a multiple uh, keywords has been used. The people from the south has posted in their regional language. People from the northeast, they have posted from their regional language. So we have decided, let's gather as much as possible data and analyze those data to find out more. Uh, what's the scope? I mean, what's the modus operandi? What's happening exactly? How much this trade is in the social media platform, in particular in YouTube. We believe that why you're getting more information that time in YouTube, like YouTube is a widely used network, and even in the rural areas, people mostly use YouTube rather than the Instagram. Now this trend is changing, but initially in 20s, uh, the YouTube was the most platform visited platform, and this particular case study we have done from January 2021 when we received this information to June 2021. So after that, we have continued, but just one short part I'm showing for this example. And then we found, will not believe, 19 channels, dedicated channel who are continuously posting about the pangolins and with other animals as well, like sandboa and your wild pig. So they were just uploading those videos and all other fake stuff also, like some kind of coins, fake currencies. So 19 channels we highlighted that they are dedicatedly working on the pangolin trade. 50 videos in the short 6 month of time we gathered 50 dedicated videos who are not only advertising pangolin trade on social YouTube, but also advertising for the sell
How are
other
you
products.
referring
And
पूछ रहे हैं GDPR के इस पे
uh,
काम क्यों ऑटो
I request all the participants to please mute your mics, otherwise we'll get distracted. So 1.8 million views were there in all those 50 videos. So you can see now the reach of the those 50 videos to wider network, and it's 1.8 million views means it's a lot. 1.8 million views, maybe people are seeing from the rural area who has direct access to pangolin. Now they're seeing and they're getting to know that this animal, this particular animal is, they can sell and they can earn money, right? So, and when you gather those data, as you can see, it was not only we have found videos after 2020s or 2015, late, you can say late 20s. So we have found videos from 2011, which was way earlier, like initially when the YouTube has started, then they gained a bit fame. Since then, the videos were available and it got increased in 2019. Then we have found, because in 2019 we already started monitoring, we has already started sharing information with the enforcement agency about the YouTube channel being used as a platform for trafficking. So the spike was there, then still it continues. And this for one particular animal. If you see, our team are working on other animals right now, and the trend we are finding it's increasing. After the COVID, you can say, pandemic, we have found more videos are coming up because people at that time has more restrictions, can't go out. But the rural areas, they have easy access. Their enforcement, lack of monitoring was there. So more and more video was coming after your COVID times. And result, you can say, for those short monitoring time, we got 30 live pangolin videos. Means 30 live pangolins has been captured from the wild, and they have made the video, posted for the sale. Pangolin scales video is there, and it's not only the people who were just showing the animal, they perform some test and some tricks to enhance their sale. So it shows now that people are not only using the social media platform to advertise or to sell, they are also coming up the ideas, the ways, are kind of creating myths in general community, that this animal has some electric power, this animal, this scale has some bubble powers or something. So they're creating also a myth through the social media platforms. So it's more dangerous than just selling any wildlife article in the social media platform, because you're reaching out to a wider people. I said 1.8 million people. If you're saying, okay, pangolin has a electricity power, from 1.8 million people, maybe 50,000 people may believe on that. They may try to test it, right? So it's more dangerous when these traffickers are coming online, and they are creating such myths. So in those YouTube channel, there's a 24 comments were dedicated for trade. So out of 1682 comments, it's completely trade. So we were shocked a bit before, because we thought we were just investigating one lead, which coming from a cyber spotter who may be found during searching for your videos or something, or maybe some Pokemon, right? So he encountered that, and then he reported it. But there's a whole trade was happening in the YouTube, the comment section, and people are getting connected. So we have decided to further dig, and we have found out there's more buyers are there are sellers are there. So now you don't have to go anywhere. You're getting everything in the social media platform. The buyers you are getting from all over the world, all over the country, and there are sellers from all over the world and country. There's a contact number has been dropped, and there's involvement of, we found 18 Indian state and 6 countries. So now you can see one small lead has opened our complete, opened a different scenarios, what's happening in your one social media handle for one particular species in that short period of time. So it's really horrifying to know that we never thought through the, when we, maybe the MP Forest Department done enforcement in that time, but they never thought the platform can be used for this larger illegal activity. So as you can see, some screenshots I have mentioned here. People are openly talking, openly dropping their comments there. And there are people from Indonesia also, India also, they are getting connected. People from somewhere, Vietnam, they are asking for different type of bone, some extract of pangolin. So new things are coming up. People are learning new things through this social media platform. So these are some enforcement operation through that one lead. We have got several other leads, and there are some video pictures of articles enforcement agency has seized based on our leads which we have provided through this. Uh, so yeah, so in that 8 enforcement action we done in India, one also in Indonesia. Apparently, we have shared those intelligence again in the Indian platform in the YouTube, where the Indian person has uploaded the video. There's Indonesian person also is sitting there, and he's trying to do the trade. So this all luckily from one cyber spotter, one report, we have managed to save 5 live pangolins, and those 5 live pangolins has been sent to back to the wild. So it was a key success. We got three pangolin cyber and network also, complete chain of the people who are connected to each other. So for us, that I don't think so. That cyber spotter may have thought this his one report could lead to that, but when maybe he's here, so if he's watching, if he's one of that person, because we maintain full confidentiality in the in cyber hawk network, cyber spotter network, so maybe he's here, so now he can see that his one report has led to saving five live pangolin. And it's really good that to see that if you have one report, if that's saving a life and that life is going back to the wild. So it's really heart overwhelming for us that your one small report has saved a rare animal. So this is giving example of pangolin, but there are a lot of things Wildlife Trust of India is doing based on those reports which are reported by the cyber spotters. So there's other animals also. We have worked on different and other animals, and also after reporting this, to intelligence agencies, sharing them information, conducting enforcement operations with them. We taken down all those YouTube videos. So as I said, the myth doesn't go further, right? So it doesn't spread to all those people. So we have requested YouTube to take down all those videos. So we have now, I guess WTI team has taken down more than 300 YouTube videos, which was involved in illegal wildlife trade of multiple species, not only pangolin, but other species as well. So this was a small PPT was I was like example I was wanted to give you. So through, as you said, and now you can see, I guess through one lead, we can lead, it can lead to a picture and it can lead to a combating larger chain of illegal wildlife trade. Yeah.
That's really impressive. And the insights, like for the sellers, they are trying to market their product like any other product, and
Yeah.
they are trying to go viral. And I think that's an opportunity. That's where our volunteers can come and see that video. The more viral it gets, the more chances that we will get to see it,
Yeah.
and we will get to report it and then work on it. So,
Sure.
in that context, I will invite you and your team now to actually explain the app and its practical,
Sure.
like how to operate it, how to go about it.
Thank you, Padma. As I said in last previous webinar, we have showed about the application, how it works, and what mechanism we have followed. So for the participant who was not attended last webinar, I'll just give them a short introduction. This application is available in Google Play Store. Its name is Cyber Hawk. So you can find it. It's a citizen science application based on citizen science tool. So basically, it's application. It's you can report any wildlife crime which is happening on ground or online. So it makes you for you to easy if you're finding something online and you don't know where to report. If you have any contacts in an enforcement agency, you are directly reporting to them. They are taking action. That's pretty well. That's good. But most of the common people who don't know where to report, who don't have such connection, this is the good platform where you can report and you can expect that something good you can do. You can do some can contribute to the larger cause of the wildlife conservation. So in this webinar, as they said, live demonstration. So we will show you how it's easy the application is, how you can download, and the things you need to look for when you're doing the monitoring or you're finding and you encounter any illegal trade post in Instagram or Facebook. What things you have to upload in the application, and also after that we will go to the desktop backhand of the application where how our analyst analyze and send the report, and it can you can track also your reports. If you're reporting something online, you can track about the updates of your reports. So with that, I would like to call one of my colleague Shari Kashyap to please share his screen, which is using cyber hawk application frequently in the in your in mobile application, and he's been a part of cyber spotter network as well. Shari, can you please share your screen?
Sure, sir.
So as he shares his screen, I would like to mention, as we got a comment, is it available on iOS? Right now it's not. It's in Google Play Store only, and it will be soon coming up. We are trying to make it a big larger network. But before that, we are trying to strengthen our network properly and get more and more cyber spotters, more and more reports through the cyber spotter network. So it is now available in Google Play Store. You can go and easily download. As Sharik has shared his screen, can you go to the directly to the application, please? I have given a task before this to Sharik to find out Hatha Jodi trade in Instagram. So Sharik has found some recent post of Hatha Jodi, and I had asked him to take a screenshot on all the details required, copy it, so we can give you a easy demonstration rather than finding something in Instagram. It will take a much of the time. So as you can see, this is the when you download it, when you log to the application, as we talked in the last webinar, it's an easy process. You have to give a few details like your email address, mobile number, and you can make your profile like you do in for the other applications. It's a simple way. But the best part, this is totally confidential. Your all the data is only accessible by few people who are our analyst and our like command center people. But other than that, nobody has access to the data. So your contact number, your email ID, nothing will be shared to anybody else. And also like because there are many traders also freely roaming around in the internet, so we don't want them to install an app and do something like give a false report regularly and bug the system. So we have a cross verification system as well. So through your email ID, through your contact number, which you give our analyst to verify your profile, and then we logged into your system. So if you log in, you will not be directly able to log in system directly. It will take almost 20 to 24 or 48 hours. Once the analyst will verify your details, then you can be able to log into the system. So now as Sharik has shared, you can see the desktop of the application, the first tab, the home screen you can call. So you have reports, digital guides. In the reports, if you have reported several wildlife trade incidents, so you can see all those reports which you have uploaded in the report section. Digital guide is basically you can see about more about the other animals which has uploaded in the system, different animals, their schedules and all. And analytics, you can see if you have uploaded 10 reports, so what happened to those reports? Is it solved? Its successful operation has happened on that, or is stored the lack of information? You have reported what kind of data also, what kind of trade incidents also. So all those analytics you can get in those. And can you scroll down, Sharik, a bit? Yeah, so we have now introduced wildlife protection schedules and species schedules there as well. So through that tabs, it's easy to access the Wildlife Protection Act. So if you have this application, you can easily search if leopard is as in which schedule listed in which numbering of the Wildlife Protection Act. So it's very easy. It's not only just giving you platform to report, but it's also helping you to get more information about the Wildlife Protection Act schedule animals. So when you see the report crime, so I asked Sharik to uh, gather intelligence about the Hatha Jodi. He has got one. So I would like Sharik to report first crime. Yeah, so here when he touched the report tab, he got the two sections, report online crimes and report on-grid crimes. So both the section, they required a similar kind of data further, but this we thought, okay, let's not only make for the online platforms reporting online crimes, but also what if you're going like recently one of my friend, whom I met in one of the conference, we never knew each other before. So whom I met in the conference, he said, okay, he was on after the conference, he was on tour, and then he saw a few people selling parakeets on the roads. So immediately he reported that crime. He called me first, then I asked him, okay, please can you report it through the CyberHop application so we have those data stored that it has been reported from this area. So later on, it helps us to analyze which areas getting more, which kind of crime reports. So as Sharik has got this information from Instagram, I would like him to go for the report online crimes. Yeah. So once you go inside reporting wildlife online wildlife crime, so we have divided in a three section. hunting, poaching, wildlife pet trade, and illegal wildlife product trade. So why we have divided this category? Because there's a need to prioritize your report. So if it's a wildlife pet trade, so it needs immediate attention. Hunting, poaching, on ground something is happening, needs immediate attention, but we have to deal with that crime in a separate manner. We have to immediately contact forest department to take the action. Or if it's a wildlife pet trade, then we have to investigate further if we can find more links to that. Illegal wildlife product trade, it's basically all the wildlife articles, like things made of ivory, hatha jodi, your mungo's brush. This all comes in the wildlife product, because the wildlife is already died, but people has making the product from their body parts. So you can't just recover those wildlife. You can't like get your wild animal back, but definitely it's a illegal trade. So you have to take the action. And through that, maybe the further links may we get. So we have divided in broader three categories. So as Tariq got Hatha Jodi report, it's a illegal wildlife trade product. So I would like him to go for illegal wildlife trade. So here, once you go to report in particular section, you find three tabs to upload images. You can upload multiple images. Five, we have kept block for five images, because if you upload too much data, also there will be a problem in processing those images. And three videos you can attach. Sometimes you find some videos Instagram, you can download it. YouTube videos you can download and upload it. So if you're not taking, you have not taken the shots, or you want us to show the whole video, that is some part of the video contains some illegal activities. So you can upload that video also. And we have also added to upload a audio recording. So in some cases we have found in the comment box, people has recorded something and sent, so people can download that. Or maybe you have contacted the person who's trying to sell, and then you have recorded those. So we don't encourage our cyber spotter to directly get engaged with any suspect, any profile who uploaded illegal wildlife product in the social media platform, because that needs different kind of skill set, and we don't want our cyber spotter or anybody, any person to get involved in any kind of troubles. So it's better we always ask them to just take the screenshot, take a video, and report it to concerned authorities, report it through CyberHawk. So the people who has knowledge, who has skilled, they can take your report further. So I asked Sharik to take a few screenshot of those Hatha Jodi posts from Instagram. And Sharik, can you please upload those two screenshot which you have got? Yeah, so it can access your album, and easy, same thing which you do in WhatsApp and other social media profile to upload photos. So it's a easy same way. Yep. So as he has multiple case related data, once you upload all the image, videos, and audios, then you can go to next. So once you go next, now we have to get a bit credible information which is required to investigate further, which is required to gather more information related to your post. If you just send us the images, maybe we won't be able to find the proper link, we won't be able to find the proper post, or maybe there's a image has some problem, we won't be able to open. So these are the data which we require to directly access the post we have encountered. There are sources, like as I said, it's online reporting. So there are sources like different your Facebook profile, the different your social media handles are given. Shari, can you go to sources? Yeah, so here as you can see, Facebook, others, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, WhatsApp, we have listed down major. And if it's from other like e-commercial website, or maybe the Moj or the smaller those social media platforms are there, so you can just select others. Here has found this in Instagram, so I would like him to select Instagram here. And then he has copied this in Instagram link, and which he can paste in the URL. Through this, we can easily, our analyst can easily go to that link. You can type it down, or you can just copy paste it. So I asked him to type whatever he can type here. And then next, if through the Instagram post, if you're seeing there's some location is mentioned, particular location is mentioned. So sometimes we need those areas specific. So gather more information on ground. If we are finding that okay, there's a large chain of things are involved, large game is involved, so we can ask our on ground informer on ground sources to gather more information. So in that you can just write, if you know the specific location, you write and search. Map will go to pin down that area, or you can just select from the map by dragging the cursor there. So after that, because this information will give you a accurate location, if you know, then we have don't have to waste our time locating that post from where they have posted and all. So it makes our job a bit easy to react very quickly. And other than that, then if you're aware about the species, now as Sharik is well aware, uh, about the species, then you can go to the yes. And is there, when you go to yes, is the species present in the list? We have given a list of species which are in schedules. So as I told you, related to Bengal monitor lizard. So can you please search, Sharik? Yeah. So there's a list of species in the section where from where you can search. If it's not there, maybe it's a new species which is not listed, maybe it's a different name is listed, maybe you're not aware. So you just select no, and then if it's not in the list, you can go to no and type it down the name. And the main most important thing is now, if you have any suspect details there, the profile details you have found, a contact number you have found, so you go to yes of the suspect details, and then you'll find the three key things which any analyst has required. A name. Just please write XYZ name. Will it's for the demo. So then the suspect name, and if the email ID, sometimes in the e-commercial platform they give the email ID, social media handles they give the email ID. If that email ID is there, so it will be easy for any enforcement agency if they want to take forward that lead, so they contact that suspect directly. The phone number is there, you can write down phone number, the key phone numbers which are flagging in that post. And then we have given a comment box also. Why? Because sometimes we require uh, you to give a bit description. Maybe sometimes we have got from our cyber sorter, okay, I was searching for this, I found this, I was searching for some exotic turtle, but I found the star tortoise post is here, and the price mentioned this, and the suspect is from this locality, this suspect looks, whatever your observation, whatever things you want to tell, that you can write it down in the comment section. And then after comment section, the most I can say, my which I like the tab here is send anonymously. So sometimes when you have login, the analyst, the backhand people who's monitoring the CyberHawk network, they get your unique CyberSpotter ID. So from that unique CyberSpotter ID, only analyst can check the details of CyberSpotter, like contact number and all. Why that is required? Sometimes you CyberSpotter posts some information where they forgot to mention the proper information there, or they may know more information which is not mentioned there. So we can reach out, if it's a credible information, we can reach out to the cyber spotter directly and ask for more details. But if you don't want to share, if you want to be hidden completely, you don't want to showcase your name, user ID, that who has reported, so you can use the option of send anonymously, yes. So through that, if you'll report, we will receive this ID as a guest ID. So from that guest ID, our backhand analyst will not be able to trace, or anybody cannot be able to trace who has reported this crime with which application, with which mobile or which number. So they can't trace completely. It will be anonymous. So through the for this, I would like him to not choose the option, because we have to see the report section as well. And once you fill those data, then you have to just report. So once you report, Shari, can you please report the crime? Is there any key information is missing? Yeah, so please check if there is any key information is missing, because those things are very important. So yeah, because of the link is not correct, it's not taking the report. So if you even the numbers, if your numbers are not correctly mentioned, it will not take the your you'll not be able to report that. It will not take that data inside. Sharik, if you have copied the email, you can put it directly the URL network. Yeah. Okay. While he is talking, I'll just give you information about the anonymous thing which we are talking about. So few times we have got information that someone neighbor is selling. So we have got reported as a guest ID mentioning in the comment, okay, my neighbor has a star tortoise or something has a star tortoise and all. So without disclosing his particular identity, he don't want to disclose who has reported from that particular area. So once you report that enter the fill the data completely. Once you report the incidents, you will the system will generate a unique ID for your reported crime. So like for this, it's a CR25U508. So it's for every crime report, if you report a several incidents also, several crime report also, you will get a different unique IDs for each crime. So this from this you can monitor in the report section as we mentioned before from that home screen. You can go to report and you can check the status of your reporting, and also when you open it you can see the review like the thing you which you fill any government form or something, any form at the last you have to review the sheet. That same thing you can get here. You can review whatever things details you have entered in the data for reporting the crime. And also when you go down you can see the map, and also when you go more, you can see the images which you have uploaded, videos which you have uploaded, and audio recordings, right? So it gives you a complete overview of what data you have mentioned. And if you can see pending red color just next to the your unique crime reporting ID. So it shows you have reported the crime, but the analyst has not yet updated the status of that crime. So once our analyst receives this uh, reporting and he changes the status, like if the enforcement operation is done, analyst can just make it a solved and give a short description what happened with your report. So this pending will show you a solved status. And if your information is not credible, it's not reliable, and there's a not fitting to our 4 by 4 grid method, so our analyst may store your data. So it will show stored means like maybe now this information is not has potential for conducting an enforcement operation, or maybe it has a lack of data, so our analysts can't take it further. So all those information you can see for all those reports. So I will request Sharik to stop sharing his screen. Thank you so much, Tariq. It was a like good go through the complete application. And once they reported the crime, and I'll again want to share this my screen. Yeah, is it visible, Madhumay? Yeah, that's
Yes,
great.
it is. It is.
So once it's a desktop of your CyberHawk application, only the limited people has access, the people who are analysts and the people who is in the backend management people, they can only access this application. So this is not related to the mobile application, because all those report data which you're sending from the mobile application, it comes like this. So as you can see here, we have a 227 total users and they have reported 284 crimes. So all this pending users are zero. So all this basic information you can see from here. And let's go. Once Sharik has reported one crime, so analyst will go directly here, and there's a crime which you can see CR252508 is reported. So analyst will first open and see what is about, and then all the data he has filled, you can see it here. action is not taken, status is pending, is a more crucial for the cyber spotter who can, because he can see this detail updated in his mobile. All the information is here, you can see, and the images, the application. So through this first job of the analyst is to assign who which analyst you have to give the report, because there's a several report is coming up, one person can't work on everything, so we have a several analysts, so they can just assign one analyst. Okay, this person has a better idea about this kind of wildlife trade and has more knowledge about this, so they will assign to that particular analyst. So analyst verification, once I said we have a 4 by 4 grid method to analyze your report. Either your reported crime is reliable, accurate, time bound, or actionable. So if your report is fitting in these four criteria, analysts will make a note. They will try to gather more information from your URL which you have sent from the reported profile, and then they will update regularly. If it's not a one-day job, because definitely you have to get a lot of data. So analysts can they comment every day if they are doing something on your report. They can type it down, what is their finding, what have they had done, and they can add. So later on also, for the analyst and for the other people, if the analyst is handing over the charge to do a case to other person, they can see whatever progress you have done. So once it's a reliable, accurate, actionable, time bound, then you can get, after you're putting up the definitely analyst report, you can download the report and you can send it to the enforcement agencies, the information which is very credible, which is actionable. So all the actionable information we share with the intelligence agencies, Wildlife Crime Control Bureau, and State Forest Department or Police Department. So whichever it's crucial and whichever is required, but we have mandate to share all the reports which is credible, to the Wildlife Crime Control Bureau, which is a nodal agency for combating illegal wildlife trade in India. And through directly also through the application, you can send email to the concerned officials. So it doesn't require you to download and modify something and send it to person. You can directly send from the this system. So once we share this information, then, because a lot of time we got question, okay, we have also reported several illegal wildlife trade which is happening in cyber, it is happening in social media platform, but we never got to know what happened. The agency is not taking up. We have to understand agencies also have a tons of load. They are also working on several intelligence, and if you just share a photo or a screenshot, it may not be possible for a one officer to dedicate his most of the time find out exactly what is happening with your case, what case you have reported, what intensity it has, what potential it has. So for one officer who's dealing with several other aspect, the other priorities, he'll not be able to do. So our job of in Wildlife Trust of India, we share, we, as I said, we've got a report, we filter that report, we analyze those report, and we send the credible information which enforcement agency like to receive, like all the information which they take on the field and take the action. So that's they really want, then they can take the action. Otherwise, if you just report something, just send some videos, it may be not possible for them, it may take time. So we make that their work a bit easy for analyzing and sending those credible information. So this is the Cyberhawk all over. As you can see, the mobile application and that's all. So in the backend, there's a multiple also. We can also see analysis of whatever crime we have got, uh, how many cyber spotter we have, the location on the map, the crime they have reported on the map. So all this data is there. And the one good part is, whether you report, like as I said, 4 by 4 grid, whether your report has all those data or not, if we stored also, your data will be stored in the server for forever, right? So even like for the good example, I can say when we launched the Cyberhawk in 2020, that Wildlife Protection Act was not amended. So forest officers or enforcement officials has not no power over the exotic animals, right? So they had no authority to go and seize or anything to do with the exotic animals. So once our Wildlife Protection Act has amended, the CITES has incorporated in that. Now the forest official can take actions on those species which are CITES Appendix 1 listed species, and now there are several notification which has come up for the maintaining their population and management purposes. Right. That time you used to get a lot of report about exotic species in 2020s. So in 2020, 21, 22, till the Wildlife Protection Act was not amended and came in the force in April 2023, we had already received a lot of profiles which were posting about the Appendix 1 species in their social media platform. So at least we had those data available. Now we can analyze those data. Now we can see how the trend is changing, which animal was there in 2020s, and now how many different animal has come up in the exotic pet trade market. So this all not only give us like just reporting platform, enforcement platform, you can say, by sending information and sharing information. It also gives us the opportunity to analyze what trends has changing, where the most crime is happening. But the thing is, for that, our cyber spotter has to report the crime. uh, and I get this very frequently, like, yeah, nowadays also for me, it's very hard to keep several application in my phone, right? Zomato, Swiggy, then Blinkit, then there's new application comes. So I can't keep those much of applications, right? As I don't monitor much, so why I like keep that CyberHawk application. But our spotter has to understand all the spotter, all the new spotters who are coming up through this application. If you're anytime if you're wanting to report anything on ground, if you found something immediately, you'll not be recalling that key where to report, right? So if you have this application, you can directly report. If you're traveling somewhere, you found something, you can report from there. If you're scrolling something in Instagram, certainly you find something, some of your friend circle or some of other people are selling wild pet or exotic pet trade or anything which is concerning related to against the Wildlife Protection Act or the Indian laws, you can immediately report it. And also seeing those success of your report is it's a bit good, right? And in the CyberHawk application, we have recognition system as well. So once you report more and more crime, you'll get more batches there in application, like in other game applications, you get more and more batch. And every year we analyze which of the cyber spotter has reported how many crimes, how many credible crimes, and then we personally recognize those people. So it's a good also engaging, and we are coming up with the strengthening cyber spotter network as well. For them, we'll soon starting monitoring strengthening programs, so they can learn more about the illegal wildlife trade, what happening in the particular region. So lastly, I remember last year we have conducted for Gujarat, where we have showcased the most of the Gujarat cases, what's happening, how much enforcement agency is collaborating and all. So those soon we can come up with, and we are upgrading continuously. So this is the system. It's a, I can say this is one of the system available in India to report your illegal wildlife trade on ground on online. And it's not like we are keeping all the datas, we are storing all the datas, but you're the one lead which I showed in the presentation. I hope you liked it. Your one lead of one cyber spotter has led to the saving 5 pangolins. So your one lead can lead to save animals. And even if you're not going to know about it, if you report it, you'll feel good. Okay, I have reported, there will be something about in this case, right? So that's my request to all who is attending. It's a wider network of illegal wildlife trade, mostly nowadays happening in cyberspace, because people are finding it easy. More youngsters are getting involved because they much of the people, they are not aware about the rules and regulations. But much of the people, they are aware about rules and regulation, but still they have a fake profile they are trying to sell. So they are there. So we also have to come on ground and online in cyberspace, both area where the traffickers are there. So once we have a cyber spotter, they are basically enforcement agencies' eyes and ears. So once you are there, we can't go everywhere. So once you are there in different platform, you can report the incidents, illegal wildlife trade incidents, or crime incidents which is happening in social media, then you can contribute to a better cause, to wildlife conservation. Thank you. That was it from the my side for the CyberHawk application, and thank you, Sarik, for sharing the your giving the live demonstration of the application as well. Yeah, Muthan. Thank you.
Thank you, Monesh and Sarit. This was a really transparent overview that you gave. Most importantly, the backend, how our reports will be taken care of, where our reports will go, and what happens with it. I guess no data is lost, like every bit of data
Yeah,
is important. Like if it's not used now, it will obviously be used later and
sure.
put to some kind of use. Okay, and going forward, I think we all scroll 2 3 hours on Reels or have at least one application that can be replaced by this CyberHawk app on our phones. I don't think that would be a problem for any of our participants.
That's true, and
Okay,
it's not like a Call of Duty game which has a 2.3
yeah,
GB storage
yeah,
requirement. It's a very less data consuming application, and yeah, that was
and the
you did
interface
good
also
place.
looks very intuitive,
Yeah.
like very easy. Yeah. Okay, going on to the questions now. There are a lot of questions for you to answer now. We'll go from the start. Individuals reporting. So I guess we have already answered this. And anonymous reporting. What specific support would WTI need from potential Bangladeshi partners to tailor CyberHawk app? So can this app be used in Bangladesh also?
Yes, so we have a few cyber spotter from the Nepal and the other areas as well, other countries as well. And we get, especially why we need support from our neighboring countries. There's a lot of cross-border trade is happening. So we have got several information from the West Bengal region, Bangladesh region. So there's a lot of cross-border trade of live animals are happening. So we get several reports. Sorry. So we get several reports for that. So once you report something, and we can, as I said, we can also analyze the trend, what is coming in the Bangladesh, which kind of exotic animal is coming, which are kind of native animals is coming, because most of the animals which are in Bangladesh or in our other neighboring country, they are also in our country, and they are protected under Wildlife Protection Act. So if you report, maybe some people they have connection in India, they are dealing with the transnational illegal wildlife trade. So we may found those people as well. So it's very important to gather those information. And definitely, as I said, it's very confidential, so you'll not be revealing any information who has shared, from where it came. But it helps to understand the what's the cross border trade happening, and which other animal is involved in the trade. Yeah.
Yeah. I think everyone can share this app among their peers, colleagues, friends, anyone, family,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
get the
sure.
maximum number of people reporting. Yeah. Dr. Nasir here has asked, I'm also interested in understanding the basic difference between Google Alerts and reporting mechanism. I think this is an app completely dedicated to reporting the crime rather than Google Alerts that give you news updates. Right.
Yes, this is basically we have focused on reporting wildlife crime, not for the Google update, but definitely you can uh, get Wildlife Protection Act data. And if you don't know what wildlife article, there's a identification tab also is said. If you don't want to report, you can just ask us there. We can reply, okay, this is fake, or this is this article. So yeah, it is soulfully we have created for reporting on online your wildlife crime incidents, wildlife trade incidents, and it is open for other countries also, so they can also download and report. Yeah.
Yeah. Abhishek's question, can we report other wildlife crimes other than killing, capturing, making money, exhibiting? I think everything is comes under wildlife crime. Right, Manish?
Yes, Abhishek, yeah, definitely. It's a good question, because I now understand your perspective, because wildlife crime covers a forest fire, illegal logging, all. So you're not, maybe you're not finding that perspective there, but definitely hunting, poaching, you can report all the other aspects of wildlife crime which is happening. Like if you have the forest fire is happening and someone is causing forest fire, someone is cutting, illegally encroaching the land, illegally cutting the trees, so that also you can report. You can use the hunting and poaching section for that.
Okay. Others question is how is WTI collecting the data? If we can go to the question, Manish.
Sorry, I couldn't hear the last part.
Others question is WTI collecting most of the data from online marketplace and social media only? If so, is WTI using OSINT or any paid software for the investigation?
It's a good question, others. Thank you for asking that. We have, as I mentioned earlier in my talk, that we have a dedicated team here, a cyber monitoring team who's working on the monitoring of the social media platform. So they are using OSINT, different OSINT tools they are using, which are helping them. Scraping tools are there, which are helping them to gather more and more data, not manually, automatically through using those OSINT tools, because manually gathering, monitoring is a bit tedious job. So yes, we are not only doing the online monitoring, the ground also we are doing, but mostly we are using different OSINT tool at a different level where that's a requirement.
Okay. Next is Uma. She refers to the Pangolin uh, post that you mentioned before. First, what were the keywords that you used to pinpoint trade posts? For example, power pangolin versus pangolin, so that you could filter sales post versus posts about animals in question itself.
Yeah, so for that monitoring, we're still doing most of the IFA, which is our institutional partner. They have a list of all the regional languages, the other wildlife products, the code language and all. So for the pangolin, for this particular investigation, we have gathered what exactly pangolin called in different other regional languages in our country, in the local dialect and all. So we have searched everything, and then we were finding few things in Odia also, few thing in Karnataka, Kannada also. So different regional language and different combinations also we have tried. As you want to search, if you search about the ivory, you will find us ivory color things, ivory saris, and several things related to ivories. So to and pangolin also, there is some IT company, IT software is also there. So differentiate from there, we have combined different wordings like pangolin for sale, pangolin for buy, pangolin scale, pangolin in our village, rare animal pangolin. So all those combination which a local person can think and upload, because if you see nowadays the blogger is also coming there, their captions are very catchy. So all those catchy caption, if you can think about what they can use and the hashtags basically, uh, pangolin in our village, full maja, full fun, all those kind of creativity things we have also like thought about it. We have talked to a few of our sources on ground, and then we have gathered those data and we have searched basically through that. And now it was because 2020s, that time we were not using much of the online scraping tools. Most of the job we are doing manually because it was creating a baseline for us. So we have now created baseline. Now we are using scraping tools, and also it makes our job much easier. But yeah, we have tried a lot of combinations to finding those all videos.
Yeah, it's a bit of manual work, like keywords, finding the
Yeah.
right keywords. But once you get the hang of it, I think you will get the leads.
Yeah, then also it's a AI, Madhumay, when you now you're using
Hmm.
Instagram, if you search about the shoes, you'll get more shoes advertisement, right? So the
Yeah.
more if you in the YouTube, if the more you see those kind of videos, the AI will automatically will give you more those videos
The
related to those
algorithm
stuff.
will
They
help
happen.
you.
Yeah, algorithm is it will help you very well.
Yeah. Okay, next is Yogeshwar. Did Cyberhawk help you guys track the trade routes of poachers, of how they are importing and exporting wild animals?
Uh, when we dig deeper, definitely we find more. So as I gave example of pangolin, one report we find our analysts find there's a potential we can get more details about it. So then we take that as a separate information collection thing. So we gather more information related to all the other aspects. So your report can lead to all those finding of trade routes and all. We are running different wildlife trust of we are running separate programs. We have a program Pan India Enforcement where we are dedicatedly supporting enforcement agencies in gathering enforcement, gathering intelligence, gathering information sharing with them and assisting them with finding out the small, you can say, action-oriented research where the like same Shadu shawl is coming from where, is going from where, all those trade. It's a part of like separate investigation of the case. But once you report, it has a potential, it will lead to that. And definitely we have a separate set of team for that. Yeah.
Sadiq's question again, he is from WCCU Bangladesh.
Yeah.
How can WCCU of Bangladesh collaborate with CyberHawk to build a strong cyber spotter network there?
Thank you, Sadiq sir. Maybe I know you and we have contacted before for some case-related thing. Your name sound very familiar for which we have like when we are doing one information gathering. So we got some bear uh, trade is happening, cross-border bear trade is happening. So from that, definitely because it's an open source. Your social media doesn't have any boundary. So even if I'm sitting in or in anywhere in the India, I can definitely get information from Bangladesh. A person is from Bangladesh posting something, or if you're searching from Bangladesh, you can definitely find a person posted from India. So by sharing intelligence, by sharing, by reporting those particular incidents where you find that Indians people or someone from India has a posted something, you can share that directly with the Cyberhawk, so we can collaborate in intelligence sharing manner. And also, if our team is getting something related which relates to Bangladesh, and then that report can be shared to you. But we WTI is also part of Savan network. So now we have mandate to share international information in the Savan countries through the Savan network. But if you find anything, you can share and directly if other credible information which required immediate attention, so we can collaborate in that information sharing manner. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Shaunak he asks, is there a way to report to the team directly rather than using the app?
We have our dedicated email address from where you can report it. But I would like you to encourage to use CyberHawk application. As I said, it stores the data, and email it will be there. There'll be thousands of email coming up, so it's very problematic for us to find out particular report. If we want to go to your information, then it will be a tedious job for us to find out those, right? And we get multiple reports in the Gmail. So it will be a problem for our analyst also to get the credible information from there, then the analyze it, then go back, like reply back, then getting all those information. So you can report it directly to our official email address, which I'll ask one of our colleague to share in the chat box. It's a wccd@wt.org.in. So there you can send all this information. But I strongly I encourage you to please download the CyberHawk application, because you're not only sharing the information, but it also help us in analysis as well, or finding out the trends which is changing and all. Maybe after 5 years, the illegal wildlife trade may change totally. The species of the new species may come, the old species can uh, like it can also come up again. For the example, bear dancing in India, the resurgence is coming up, right? So there's a many enforcement agency has got many calendars nowadays. So it always has a potential in illegal wildlife trade for the species which were in trade largely in 2020s or 90s. They may come up again. So with your information, if it's stored in the data, so it will be on our analyst head. Okay, certain information has come up. So I request you to please download the application and report that. That will be much easier for us and for everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. Rohit he asks, can we report individuals who keep roasting parakeets as pets, as many Indians keep parrots
Sure,
as
sure.
pets?
So there's a good thing which I was encouraging our other cyber spotters. You report more and more information like this, because this is a big problem in India. The people are keeping parakeets, which is scheduled animal, in their home as a pet, right? But the problem is the enforcement is a bit problematic in this. There are a lot of people who are skipping, a lot of villagers who are keeping. So arresting everyone is a tedious job for forest department as well. So they also have to make that synergy. But it's not through the Cyberhawk. You can we can work for the policy level change as well. We can put the pressure as well. So if we can get a more and more information about parakeets are kept as a pet in a certain location in the certain areas. So suppose we have a thousand report about parakeet being kept in the captivity in in the person house. All those thousand reports we can directly send to the enforcement agency saying this is the big problem and it's increasing. You have to do something about it. So we have to understand once it's coming into the paper, once it's coming into the analysis part, it's very easy to them to understand, okay, this is not a small problem in the one area, but it's a large scale issue. And if we'll not stop right now, it get increase as well. So as I said, the myth, spreading myth is a more problematic these days. So people posting parakeets keeping in their house, they may encourage other people to do the same. So please report that so we can take down those social media uploads which is there. And also, if we get more and more report, we definitely try to report. And in which cases is possible, we'll try to recover the wild animal from their houses. Yeah.
Okay, next is Ronak, who is a conservation criminologist with a focus on wildlife crime,
Yeah.
and he has a few suggestions on the app. And he would like to know if you'd like if you are open to collaborate and explore the ideas.
Sure, Anak, it would be really good to upgrade because the more minds, the more new minds, and the more thought processes go to make one platform very like you can say better platform without any fault. It be always a scope to change and always scope to improve. So as you have got our email address in the chat box, please write to us and we can definitely will be happy to collaborate if there is a chance to improve. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the email ID is the same.
Yes, yes. Email ID is the
W-
same. You can send in that only.
Yeah. Prachanda, he asks, have you ever considered the security and protection of the reporters apart from keeping their confidentialities, especially
Sorry,
those acting?
Madhumay, why voice got break? Can you please repeat the question?
Okay, okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, it's better now.
Yeah, Prachanda,
Yeah.
he has a question about the confidentiality and security of the reporters. He asks, have any ethical guidelines or protocols been developed to ensure that these individuals do not face trouble or retaliation for reporting?
Uh, Thank you, Rajin. It's a like, good question again. Wildlife Trust of India is working on combating illegal wildlife trade since like it's ages. It's more than 3 decades. So we have a set of protocols. We have set of guidelines to keep confidentiality, and we have a organization policy as well. And we have ethical guidelines for all the our analysts working with us, all the source on ground working with us. So we have set of criteria, set of ethical guidelines, set of confidentiality management system. So the main key people who are leading, like me, we are all trained in managing this in intelligence information, whatever you can call, all the people and keeping the confidentiality. And part of the security for the application. As I said, it's a part of uh, larger application, a larger management system, which is HAWK, Hostile Activity Watch Kernel. And the Kerala Forest Department is fully running that. It's a centralized system of management of for wildlife crime and the forest crimes. So it has developed with the thorough process, with the good minds, keeping all the security measures in control. Right, measures in like in considering all the security thing. So we this is the same part of the CyberHawk, so it has the same level of security. So you don't have to worry about confidentiality, breaching in the confidentiality, sharing all your information, IDs or anything. So we have strict policies for that. And yeah, the first thing, not everyone has the access to the system.
Yeah. And the Hawk platform is not just Kerala, maybe Tamil Nadu,
Yeah,
Karnataka, and Odisha
yes.
government have also taken it up. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, next question is from Samia. What kind of initiatives have you taken to inform the general people about this app so that they can report? I think this is one of the initiatives to publicize the app, this webinar itself.
Yeah, Samir, thank you for asking this. We regularly conduct webinars in our platform, and also we collaborate with universities. We go to the conferences there. We conduct workshops on this application through the university there because the young minds are more in the social media platforms. So we go, we tell them about the illegal wildlife trade, we tell them about these applications. So we are advertising this through the in different level. As you said, we are keep getting the frequently getting the more and more cyber spotters, and the network is increasing. So yes, the one thing we will have to reach out to more people because the it's a region specific. Wildlife crime is also a region specific, particular one area specific could be also. So you have to reach out to the more and more wider network of people. So if you have any suggestions also, you can please write to us, through which we can spread the cyber spotter network more. And if you're from any NGO, or if you're from any using any platform, so please collaborate with us. We will definitely would love to share more information about the Cyberhawk through your platform. Yeah, thank you.
Dr. Nasir says this is a fantastic app. Thank you, Dr. Nasir. However, he has a concern. The reporting process for wildlife crime could be made easier. It would be helpful if fewer details, such as mobile numbers, emails, etc., requirements eased. Additionally, it would be great if reports could be made using social media links to the specific incident. Is it possible to set up separate analysts or reporting depository with this app, or is it only WTI that controls the feed?
Yep,
Yeah.
thank you, Madhumay. So yeah, we can definitely improve that. For right now, a few of the reports we get without those information as well. So as we showed today, if you have those information, it's make analyst job a bit easier. And if they can take your case as a priority, and because it's all that is there, so even if without that information, you can report the crime. As you said, if suspected data is available, you can select the no. So you don't have to fill those data. But then the analysts have to find out all those data, and they does the same. They does cross verify, but it makes easy if you have all the data available. So it's easier job for analysts to verify and take your case as a priority case, right? For right now, the CyberHawk application is completely run by the Wildlife Trust of India, and Wildlife Trust of India dedicated analysts are working on it. But all the reports which are credible, as I keep saying that all the reports which are credible, which has information, that reports that information is being shared with Wildlife Crime Control Bureau and the concerned enforcement officials, which mean they can take up the case further.
Yeah.
They can take actions on your report. Yeah.
Uh, he also adds he is considering whether a separate repository or analysis system can be implemented for Bangladesh Forest Department to analyze Bangladesh data with this app. I think Hawk is more pertinent to this.
Yes, yes. Hawk is more better for this because for that we can have a separate discussion on this platform. I would like you to please write to us, and we can have a separate discussion on them with the people has more knowledge about that particular platform, and they designed that platform, and the key concerned people who can like thought about the more broader way to implement that particular system in the Bangladesh. CyberHawk, definitely you can create a one particular system like similar like this in Bangladesh, dedicated for the Bangladesh Forest Department or WCCU. For that also, I would like you to please write to us so we can assist you to creating this, because more and more people have such good initiatives, such good platform to report to get information. It would be easier for us to fight against illegal wildlife trade, because it's not our only our job to fight against illegal wildlife trade. It's all. So we are more than happy to share our information, share our knowledge, and assist you to creating such a similar platform in Bangladesh. Yeah.
Okay, Uma, she asks, have you tried reverse image searching as well?
Yeah, our team use that. As I said, when there's need, the different OSINT tools has been used. So our different set of people are well versed with OSINT tools. So they check all their available tools as well. Yeah.
Okay, lastly, Utkarsh asks, should he report live wire near forest to save crops, which is installed to save crops?
Yeah, Utkarsh, thank you for asking this. We have different programs for live wire monitoring, like anti-snare walk, anti-electrocution try our team is doing in a different landscape. We are running project. But definitely, if you feel like live wires are there near farmland where it's attached to forest, and you have got reported like people are using those live wires to kill wild animals, definitely please report to us, and we can do a on-ground information collection. We can cross-verify the report you have added, and then we can take some action. Like the enforcement agency can take some action against it. So please report, because if you feel there is something is happening, there's some poaching is happening, there's illegal wildlife trade is happening, please report. Now, further step, once you report, it's our job to dig deeper and find out more what is happening on the ground. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I think that's the end of it. Thank you everyone for participating and such interesting questions. Thank you, Munish, and your team for presenting the app, such a nice demonstration. I think we will keep continuing this series and bring in more such webinars in the future.
Sure, we have
Please keep.
Manoj, we have next program, next webinar related to the Cyberhawk, which is
Yeah,
solely will be focused on monitoring and gathering information from social media and reporting from mostly from the people and the cyber spotters. So there we
yeah.
will focus on how, as one of the participant asked question about how you got those videos, what kind of keywords you have been using. So that next webinar will be focused on that, how you can search more on the Instagram, YouTube, what keywords people are using for different animals. So that will be second, which will be conducting in October, and soon we will post in our social media, WTI social media handles. And I would request all of you to please follow our social media handles in Wildlife Trust of India to keep get like updates about what's our other works are going other than the your Cyberhawk. We do a lot of work in wildlife conservation, so you can keep getting new stories, new ideas about wildlife conservation. Yeah, thank you for my side,
And
and thank you
feel
for
free to write
participating.
to us. Thank you so
Yeah,
much. Yeah. Thank you, Manish. Okay.
thank you, Madhumay. Thank you for being a nice moderator for this.